Hello and good morning and a warm welcome to you. My name is Neil Pinkett and today's presentation is for the Mercedes ml270 CDI 6-cylinder inline turbo diesel motor. This one ml270 is the unprefixed registration number, so it's an Irish registration number, and the car has got documents with it. Alas, the mileage is unwarranted. It has 84,000 miles on the odometer. It looks like the odometer has been replaced, and I can show you why we think so, because there is some cracking to the glass just in the corner there, and it shows 84,630. And the VOSA report that I did on through the MOT status shows that it had 168k back in 2011, and we'll go through that in a minute. So this car has got something like about 185,000 miles on it. I don't think any more than that, but 185 is what I suspect, which shows excuse me, shows 84,500 odd. So front fogs, full leather, 7-seater this one, driven it about 20 odd miles. It drives fine, windscreen's all good. There's tax on the car till the end of the year, and it was 154 for 6 months, so that's going to be about 284.12. Facelifted version. This one has the privacy glass, all-round electric windows. Just going to turn the ignition off because the wipers are going. Has the cruise control and full leather with electric seats. And it does have heated seats, but alas, the lights flash on them, so I don't think it's working. There is air conditioning equipped on the car as well, but again, I don't think the air compressor is clicking in because gas has escaped from the system. So all the fan works fine though. It is a comfortable car to drive. It's not the fastest bus in the world, but obviously 35 mpg I think is the top whack you're going to get from it. All the windows are electrified, these are electrified, and I'll just show you the back, and probably this will be of great interest. It has a tow bar on the back with twin electrics. There are carpet mats, and the interior is actually quite tidy. The roof lining is pretty okay. There's the extra seats in the back there, and I think it's missing one headrest off the back by the looks of it. Central headrest is missing, probably not such a bad thing, get better visibility. Rear wipers all working, high level brake light, roof bars on the top. A little bit of corrosion to the wheel arch just started to creep in, but then again, for a 2002 car, that's exactly what you'd probably expect. The tyres, well, this tyre here looks pretty good on the outer edges, although unfortunately it's running a bit thin on the last quarter inside, on the inner edge. This one here, loads of tread, no problem with that. And making out what the pads are, but I can't make out, but I can see it's had a brand new caliper in the back of this one here, so it has had some money spent on it over the years. Caliper on the back. I mean, 185 is not out of this world for the mileage of the car. I mean, if it's 10 years, well, it's over 10 years, and it's 13 years old, you put 12k on a year, that's 120, 135, so it's, you know, 50k over average miles. These, this rear disc looks like it's been replaced at some point, and this tyre again, decent bit of tread on the outer edge, but the rear inner quarter has deteriorated. It's not bald, but it's getting there. So you might need a couple of rear tyres for the next MOT. Front fogs on the car, stone chipping to the leading edge of the bonnet, as you'd expect. Headlight covers are a little bit opaque. I don't think they'll fail the MOT, but they are just slightly opaque. You can polish them down. So splash attacks. Body works pretty tidy and up together actually. It looks a fair old straight beast. It does have a small weep from the automatic transmission sump. There's a pan on the bottom, I've had it on the ramp, and there's a drip every, I don't know, couple of hours. One small drip drips off, so you've got to keep an eye on the auto fluids, but it won't leak out overnight. You know, you're talking months and months and months of running around. So it would need a dipstick to check the oil on the ATF. That's about the only thing with it really. The engine's nice and clean and tidy underneath. It is missing the engine cover off the top. Where's the engine release? I'll just pop the bonnet. There it is. So bonnet release is fine. There is an owner's manual with it as well. I'll just pull the bonnet up for you, hold on. So there's hydraulic struts, the coolant bottle's nice and clean, nice big battery, screen washers, just been out for another run in the car. It does drive very well actually, it's not too bad at all, nice and straight, a bit wallowy because obviously it's made for the American market, but that's what they're like. in general, but there's normally a cover that goes on there, but it's a pain in the neck to take it on and off all the time, so obviously someone's got fed up with it and left it off, or it's broken up into bits where it's been taken off a fair few times. Let me start the car up. So she starts up okay, all the lights are going out. There's the SRS light there, and that goes out as well. Okay, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, RPM gauge all working nicely. Driver's seat, well, not looking too bad condition, it's electrified as well. Okay, and the electric seats are here, so if you just put it on one, you just get a light flashing. Now it says in the manual that there's an electrical fault if the lights flash, so I'll leave you to make your mind up on that. The low range is working fine. Let's put it into neutral, press the button, the low range, there's a clonk, and the low range light illuminates as it should. There's a radio, so you're heading towards the M34. There's no CD player, the fan works fine, but I couldn't seem to see if I can get the aircon working. It was a bit cold November, well, nearly November, late October now, but I don't think the aircon clicks in. It's probably the gas has escaped a car of this sort of age if it's not kept up together in terms of air conditioning service, or even just general leaks. That's what you're going to get. So all the electric windows work okay, tinted glass and variable tinted, airbags, all that's going out, the ABS lights are all out, all looks okay. Engine revs up nicely. You know, with this sort of diesel they're a little bit noisy on start, but better as they warm up slightly. It doesn't smoke, it's pretty clean on the emissions. So, being as honest as I can with the car, it's that sort of vehicle where if you were mechanically minded it might help a bit, keep your bills down, but that's what she is, an ml270 CDI. Sorry, did I show you the back seats? I can't remember if I did or not. Obviously this one folds down and flips up. Let's just put it back a moment. Centre armrest, 3 inertia wheel belts. Courtesy lights are working fine. Mat pockets in the rear. Fan controls to the rear as well. There are carpet mats with the car. Minor greys here, little rust bludge there. But I think a straight old lot. For what I'm asking for it, I think that's a fair bargain, fair price. Let's see how we go. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.